All right, mate. You guys remember Dylan from the gym tour, right? 145-ish pounds. Competitive powerlifter, 18,000 total.
18,000 total.
He was just in here squatting four. You did 405 for a double the other day, right? And if you guys don't know mathematically, that's like me doing like 515. Like that's insane pound for pound. You're just last workout you were doing 365 for a triple. I calculated that out mathematically speaking. That's like me at my body weight of 183 doing 450 for 3. So it gets pretty strong. And you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do.
What is it?
YouTube.com/Dylan Saint Gym.
Dylan Saint Gym. Saints all spelled out, right?
Yep.
S-A-I-N-T. Dylan Saint Gym. So check that out. Check it out. He's a tool. You'll love him.
I am.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You were looking at about 400 pounds in the barbell today. 5 weeks out on the dot for my very first powerlifting meet ever, which is the 2014 USAPL New England Opens in Massachusetts, November 22nd, 2014. That is a Saturday. Very excited. So today on the menu we have 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps on squats. I chose to keep it towards the lower end of the menu today because I'm really focusing on a little bit of a new technique, activating my glutes and putting most of my focus there instead of just powerhousing through these squats. My inspiration for this idea really came from an article that Omar Isuf posted on his fan page a while back titled, "Squats are not hip or knee dominant." I'm sure you can Google the article or just go scroll down his fan page until you find it. But it basically covered all of the misunderstandings about the squat and the biomechanics of the movement because there are so many misunderstandings about it. One awesome area that it covered was the subject of leaning forward and letting your hips shoot out, turning the squat into a good morning when you become fatigued. Most people believe it's their hamstrings failing them when that happens. But in reality, it's actually your glutes failing you. When your glutes are contracted and activating, they basically cause your hips to hump forward, keeping your hips underneath the center of the bar. They'll also activate your rectus femoris, which is in your quads, which will help drive your knees forward, keeping it in a squat position. When your glutes give out, that's when your hips shoot up behind you, giving all the weight to your hamstrings. That's actually when your hamstrings are taking over, not failing you. So today I focused on that glute activation. And that is why I chose to keep the reps lower today at the 4 range so I could finish all of them off cleanly with that technique. A little bit of old school rap going on. Today I'm using the metal plates just for fun. Switch it up. I always use the bumper plates. Figure I use the metal ones just because I haven't in a while. Deadlift time. 2 sets of 465 following the 3 sets of 400 we just did on squats. Question for anybody else running the same program as me. Do any of you guys feel like deadlifts feel harder and most difficult during week 3 because of how the squats are organized? I always have the hardest time with them during this week. My warm-ups at 315 and 405 both felt slow. One thing interesting I've noticed is that bumper plates kind of turn the barbell into like a deadlift bar. Because the weight's so much more widely dispersed on either side, it allows the bar to really flex. You get more whip in it. And it feels a lot more like a deadlift bar where you can pull the slack out of it a lot more. And it makes it feel a lot more fluid to pull with. Using the metal plates, they're thinner, the weight's closer dispersed, or dispensed closer I should say. And you don't get as much flexibility in the bar, you don't get as much whip. You can't pull as much slack out, the bar's a little stiffer. Because these are regular Olympic barbells, they're not deadlift bars. And it definitely feels like it feels a little harder to pull with. Not so much that you can pull more weight using bumper plates. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. It's not exactly like using a deadlift bar. But you just notice there's like a little more of a smoother, liquid kind of a feeling to pulling with the bumper plates. You can just pull the slack out of it a lot easier. Whereas with the metal plates, it just feels a lot more harsh, a lot stiffer. Giggity. So we got our working set weight on now. That's 465 pounds. Still weighing around the 183 range, I think. I'm going to really kick my diet into gear this week and get those last 2 pounds down now that we're like 5 weeks out or so from the meet. But 2 sets I believe the rep range is 4 to 6. I have to double check that. So I banged out 2 sets of 4 reps today, and they felt very, very, very freaking heavy. I didn't expect 465 to feel this heavy today, but I really do think it has something to do with week 3 being a transitional week from high reps into lower reps. You're still using high enough reps to gas you out, but you're using heavy enough weight now on the squats to really fatigue you, and I'm thinking that really does make your deadlifts take a hit. So that's why I was curious what you guys thought, if you guys are also running Candido's program. But either way, guys, we didn't miss any reps. We completed both sets. I'm very confident for this meet. I wish I got that on film. I finish my rep and look over and you're pressing knees. So random. When you see it, you'll shit bricks. Say hi, remember him? The hilarious one at the gym? Look at him, aesthetics. That's like a 12-pack. Dude was just about to put 45 on the bar without warming up.
New PR right here.
He was just about to put a 45 on the bar without warming up. He's a typical Timmy. You see this video tomorrow, typical Timmy. He doesn't even know what it is because that video's not even released yet. There you go. I want like 3 sets warmed up in the bar before you even touch a weight. Bros, man. So anyway, you want to do some curls for calves?
Yes.
A little bit of that post-workout goodness. Ash tour. The link for this is in the info box below if you want that. It's amazing. Double vanilla ice cream flavor. Pudding. Subscribe now.